I don't leave with empty pockets or bitterness in my hand. I don't tear the room apart to prove I couldn't stand. I've learned how exits shape you long after words are gone, and I refuse to trade my composure for a moment that won't last long. I pause before I turn away. I gather what is mine, not memory soaked in tension, but a steady state of mind. I carry my dignity out when the balance starts to fade. I don't abandon who I am for the comfort of staying. I don't drag the past behind me or let it stain my name. I leave with self-respect intact and nothing left to claim. I've seen how people leave in pieces, scattered, rushed and torn, trying to win the final second while losing what was born. So I choose a choir ending, one that keeps me whole. I don't collapse my values to soften someone else's role. I carry my dignity out, not cold, not disconnected, just to where that peace survives when pride is not collected. I don't shout my disappointment, I don't rehearse regret. Some truths are held more firmly when they're not said yet. I've learned staying too long can cost more than you gain, when explaining becomes exhausting and respect feels restrained. I carry my dignity out with measured steps and care. I leave nothing broken behind me, nothing exposed or bare. They may not notice in the moment, they may not feel the shift, but absence carries clarity when presence becomes adrift. I don't leave to punish silence or to teach a final lesson. I leave because alignment is something I won't question. I know what I brought into the room, I know what I protect, and I won't trade in a balance for borrowed forms of respect. So when I step beyond the door without a final plea, no, I didn't leave diminished, I left more like me. I carry my dignity out, that's the weight I choose to bear. Not anger, not resentment, just honesty and care. And wherever I arrive next, I stand calm, clear and true, because I didn't lose myself leaving, I carried myself through. Nothing left to argue, said the words in different ways. Turned them over, broke them down. Every angle has been spoken, every silence circled around. I don't feel the urge to answer. I don't feel the pull to fight. There's a calm that settles in you when you've seen enough tonight. I used to think persistence was staying till the end, but I learned wisdom often shows when you stop trying to bend. Nothing left to argue, nothing left to prove. When understanding doesn't grow, it's time to change the move. I don't raise another reason, I don't sharpen one more line. The truth has reached its limit, and so has this design. I've watched debates turn hollow and listening disappears when being right becomes more important than what you actually hear. I don't need to win the moment nor defend my inner ground. Some clarity arrives quietly when words no longer sound. Nothing left to argue, that's not defeat or loss. It's recognizing when respect has quietly crossed. I don't stay in circles talking just to feel involved. I step away when repetition shows what won't be solved. There's peace in dropping the rope when the pull feels thin, and knowing the conversation has already given in. I don't owe my energy to endless back and forth. I value rest and alignment more than proving worth. Nothing left to argue when meaning starts to fade. I don't force another sentence, I let stillness be the shade. I've learned that silence can't conclude what noise keeps incomplete. Some endings don't require closure, they just quietly retreat. They may expect one final push, one last attempt to sway, but I've already understood what words can't rearrange. I don't leave with bitterness or unresolved regret. I leave with full awareness of what we couldn't get. Nothing left to argue, just space where tension stood. I choose clarity over conflict, I choose what's good. If my voice no longer enters, if my point no longer comes, know the conversation ended before the silence won. Nothing left to argue, that's how I keep my calm. I walk away intact and steady with nothing left to harm. There was no warning in my leaving, no suitcase packed in plain sight. I didn't circle the moment, I just knew it wasn't right. I stayed quiet while deciding, let the feeling settle in. Some exits don't come with reason, they arrive when something thins. I didn't break the silence loudly, didn't turn regret into sound. I just stopped leaning forward when the ground no longer held me down. This is the blues of the unannounced departure, a slow walk out of the frame. No anger left on the table, no one left to blame. used to believe in last conversation, in explaining every scar. But some truths feel lighter when you don't say where you are. I watch the rhythm change between the time and lose its grace, when effort turned into habit and closeness lost its face. So I let the distance happen, like dust turning into night. Not dramatic, not painful, just quietly out of sight. This is the blues of the unannounced departure, a melody soft and low. It's not about running from something, it's about knowing when to go. I didn't burn the memory, didn't rewrite the past. I just stopped investing my presence where it couldn't last. There's a sadness in leaving gently, in not making your case, but there's freedom in choosing calm over staying out of place. I didn't need to be understood or seen as strong or kind. I just followed the inner signal that said protect your mind. This is the blues of the unannounced departure, played in a steady tone. A man choosing dignity over staying where he's alone. They may wonder what changed suddenly, why I didn't explain the term. But silence sometimes carry respect that words would only burn. I didn't disappear in bitterness or drift away in fear. I left with awareness intact and my intentions clear. Some goodbyes don't echo, some endings don't ask to be heard. They settle quietly in the chest and live between the words. This is the blues of the unannounced departure. No spotlight, no regret, just a man walking forward without looking back yet. And if you hear this song in passing, no, it's not about pain, it's about leaving with grace before the heart complains. The blues of the I stay present while the air is honest, while respect still fills the space. But I notice when the temperature shifts, when comfort slowly changes place. It's not the words that give it away, it's the silence in between. The way attention turns conditional, the way motives lose their sheen. I don't wait for things to fracture, I don't need a final sign. I trust a quiet signal to tell me when it's time. I exit when the room changes, when the energy turns thin, when what once felt open starts pressing on my skin. I don't announce my leaving, I don't question what I feel. Some shifts don't need discussion, they just need something real. I've learned staying past alignment turns patience into strain. You start explaining who you are instead of being the same. So I read the subtle language that doesn't speak out loud. When warmth becomes a transaction and presence becomes a crowd, I exit when the room changes, before resentment takes its place, before silence turns heavy and clarity loses its grace. It's not avoidance, it's awareness, not distance born of fear. It's honor in the moment when something's no longer clear. I don't hold on to expired spaces just to prove that I belong. I choose a quiet dignity of knowing when I'm wrong. I don't chase the old connection when the tone has moved on. I let memories stay intact instead of forcing what's gone. I exit when the room changes, without drama, without sound. I step away while I'm still whole and my center stays grounded. They might think I leave too early, that I didn't try enough, but they didn't feel the shift when the air got rough. I don't need conflict to justify why I choose to go. The absence of alignment is reason enough to know I protect what keeps me steady. I don't argue with decay. When the room no longer fits my peace, I quietly walk away. I exit when the room changes, that's how I stay intact. I don't wait for doors to close, I leave before the crack. And in that calm departure, without regret or blame, I carry self-respect with me and never stay the same. There was a time my silence meant patience, a space to listen, a chance to stay. I believed quiet could still repair what words had worn away. But silence changes its meaning when respect begins to thin, when listening turns one-sided and presence wears the skin. I didn't stop speaking suddenly, I simply stopped being heard. And I learned there's a moment when silence becomes a word, when silence becomes an exit, not a pause, not a test. It's the calm understanding that staying that's too much of the test. I used to think leaving required a final truth spoken out loud, but some truths lose their honesty when delivered to the wrong crowd. I watched the space between sentences grow heavier than sound, until quiet stopped being shelter and turned into solid ground. When silence silence becomes an exit, it doesn't arrive with fear. It comes with a steady clarity that says nothing changes here. I didn't raise my voice for notice, I didn't fight to be seen. I realized my quiet was no longer peace, it was something in between. Not anger, not resentment, just awareness taking shape. When silence stops protecting you, it gently shows the escape. When silence becomes an exit, it's not bitterness or pride, it's choosing alignment over slowly shrinking inside. I don't owe explanation to spaces that no longer listen. I don't translate my boundaries into words they still dismissing. I let the quiet do the closing, I let distance finish the line. Some doors don't need a statement, they just need time. When silence becomes an exit, you leave without a sound, but everything inside you shifts and finally settles down. They may not notice the moment, they may replay what was said, but the truth lived in the quiet long before you left. I didn't leave to be understood or to make a final stand. I left because my silence asked me to take my hand. When silence becomes an exit, it's not cold, it's precise. It's the wisdom of knowing when quiet no longer implies. So if you wonder why I stepped away without a single defense, know my silence had already spoken, and it shows what comes next. When silence becomes an exit, it carries no regret, just a calm, intact direction, and nothing left unsaid. I didn't leave a storm behind me, I didn't shake the ground. I stepped away with steady breath and let the quiet settle down. There was tension in the corners, unspoken, stretched too thin. I felt it every time I stayed and lost a little bit within. I didn't argue my departure, I didn't mark the place. Some exits don't need closure, they just return the space. The calm after I'm gone is not relief or blame, it's the stillness that arrives when nothing's left to strain. I noticed how the air felt lighter when I stopped holding weight, how silence slowly found its balance after I chose not to wait. I wasn't trying to be missed or make a point with space, I just knew my presence there was costing me my grace. I carried too much quiet for conversations that stayed loud. I gave attention where it scattered felt smaller in the crowd. The calm after I'm gone is honest, clear and slow. It's what remains when effort ends and truth begins to show. I didn't leave to punish anyone or teach a final lesson. I left because alignment was asking for direction. There's peace in absence sometimes, when presence starts to wait, when holding on becomes a role you can no longer fade. I imagine the room adjusting, finding its natural tone, not because I forced a change, but because I'm no longer so. The calm after I'm gone doesn't celebrate the end. It simply breathes without resistance and doesn't have to pretend. I don't regret the leaving, I regret staying too long. Past the moment my intuition quietly said move on. I learned peace isn't something you negotiate or earn. It arrives when you respect yourself and finally adjourn. The calm after I'm gone, the calm after I'm gone, the calm after I'm gone is something I protect because it proves my leaving was rooted in respect, not for what we couldn't fix or what we didn't say, but for the man I chose to be when I walked away. So if you feel a quiet settle after my footsteps fade, no, I didn't take the calm with me. I simply stopped being in the way. The calm after I'm gone. I fold my words and go. I had sentences ready in my chest, sharp enough to make a point. I rehearsed them in the quiet till they lost what they were meant to join. I realize not every truth needs to be unfolded here. Some words grow heavy in the air and land as something unclear. So I fold my words and go, not because I have no say, but because silence fits this moment better than what I could say. I used to think clarity demanded sound, that honesty must be loud, but I've seen meaning break apart when spoken to the wrong crowd. There's a grace in holding language, in knowing when to refrain. Some conversations cost too much for what they fail to gain. I don't swallow things out of fear or hide behind restraint. I simply choose to keep my peace instead of feeding complaint. I fold my words and go when listening disappears, when explanation feels like labor and intention isn't heard. I've learned some rooms don't echo truth, they distort it as it lands. So I keep my meaning intact by placing it in my hands. I don't owe every feeling a fully formed reply. Some thoughts are meant for later, some answers for goodbye. I fold my words and go before silence turns unkind. Before I say something honest that wouldn't be received in time. There's strength in not unloading every thought you carry through, in protecting your inner language from being misused. I don't dramatize my exit, I don't sharpen what I leave. I simply choose alignment over the need to be believed. I've learned that peace has a rhythm that speech can sometimes break. So I let the quiet finish what words would complicate. I fold my words and go with dignity in my pace. I leave nothing thrown behind me, nothing scattered out of place. They might think I lack the courage to speak what I held tight, but courage sometimes looks like knowing when not to ignite. I didn't lose my voice, I refined where it belongs. I carry it forward carefully into spaces that feel strong. I fold my words and go, not bitter, not withdrawn, just choosing clarity and calm and moving on. And in that quiet leaving, I keep what's true and whole. Some things are best protected when you fold your words and go. I leave without a scene. I'll learn not every ending needs an audience or sound. Some moments lose their meaning when explanations stick around. I don't raise my voice to exit, I don't need to be seen. There's dignity in knowing when to leave without a scene. I used to stay too long, trying hard to make things right, holding on to fading rooms that no longer held my life. But time has a quiet way of showing what has changed when respect turns into effort and comfort turns to strain. I'll leave without a scene, not out of bitterness or pride, but because my peace matters more than reasons I could hide. I don't dramatize a distance, I don't turn back for applause. Some doors close most cleanly when you don't announce the cause. I read the shifting atmosphere, the subtle loss of care, when being present feels heavy and honesty feels rare. I leave without a scene before frustration finds a voice. I step away while calm remains, and clarity has choice. There's strength in a quiet ending, and not needing the last word, and trusting that your absence will say what's never heard. I don't disappear in anger, I don't vanish to be cruel. I just stop investing energy where balance is no rule. I've learned peace doesn't argue, it simply walks away when explanation turns exhausting and silence knows the way. I leave without a scene because noise is not my style. I don't burn bridges behind me, I just stop walking their mile. They may wonder what went wrong, or why I didn't fight, but some battles and the moment you choose your inner light. I don't owe closure to confusion or loyalty to strain. I owe myself alignment and a life that feels sane. So when I quietly withdraw, without regret or plea, no, I've already chosen growth over staying where I can't be. I leave without a scene, and in that quiet space I carry forward dignity and leave nothing out of place. No goodbye, just distance. There was no moment to announce it, no final line to say. Some endings happen quietly as time rearranges the way. I didn't pack my words and speeches or frame them to be kind. I just noticed the space between us growing wider in my mind. No goodbye, just distance. Not cold, not meant to hurt, just the understanding that staying was heavier than the truth. I used to believe in closure and one last honest sound, but I learned some doors don't open when explanations stick around. So I step back without warning, without anger, without blame. I let the silence do the work, I let absence say my name. No goodbye, just distance. A shift you slowly feel when connection turns to effort, and effort stops feeling real. I didn't stop caring suddenly, I didn't turn away in spite. I just stopped forcing closeness when it no longer felt right. There's a dignity in drifting when holding on feels false, when the weight of expectation outgrows what it once was. I didn't owe a final moment to prove that I was there. Sometimes the truest honesty is choosing not to share. No goodbye, just distance. A boundary drawn in calm. I didn't disappear emotionally, I just chose where I belong. I watched the tone change gradually, the warmth began to thin. I listened to what wasn't said, more than what had been. So I matched the space with silence, I let things find their end. Not every bond is meant to break, some simply bend. No goodbye, just distance, because peace doesn't perform. It steps away without drama and keeps the spirit warm. They might replay old conversations, looking for a sign. Look, the answer was in stillness, in the quiet I designed. I didn't need to burn the bridge or explain the pain. I trusted time would understand what words couldn't contain. So if you feel me further now without a clear goodbye, no, I didn't leave in anger, I just let the closeness die. No goodbye, just distance, that's how I chose to part, with respect for what we were and honesty with my heart. Don't raise my tone when I decide I don't need the moment loud. Some choices gain their meaning when they're not explained to the crowd. I've learned volume often hides what clarity already knows. The calmest decisions I've made were the ones that quietly closed. And I don't argue my departure, I don't sharpen what I feel. I trust the weight of silence more than anything I reveal. I exit low voice, that's how I leave a room with dignity intact and nothing to consume. I don't perform my boundaries or dress them up as pride. I step away with steady breath and let alignment guide. There was a time I stayed too long, trying not to disappoint. But I learned self-respect doesn't ask for joint approval point. I don't need to announce resolve or justify my ground. When something no longer fits, I let calm carry me out. I exit low voice, no echo, no show display. I don't collapse the atmosphere, I simply move away. There's strength in measured endings, and not demanding to be seen, and letting presence fade with grace instead of burning the scene. I don't leave with resentment, I don't carry silent rage. I choose a clean transition over staying disengaged. They may expect a reaction, a final word or sign, but the most powerful statement is the peace I leave behind. I exit, low voice, not cold, not detached, just aware that staying longer would slowly make me less intact. I've learned control isn't gripping, it's knowing when to release. It's choosing the door that preserves your clarity and peace. I don't know noise to my leaving, or drama to my truth. I honor what I become by how I choose to move. I exit, low voice, that's the code I live within. I don't need to win the moment to know where I stand in it. So if you notice my absence without a sound or sign, no, I didn't disappear, I just chose what aligns. I left with posture unbroken, with values. I don't slam doors when I leave, I don't turn endings into noise. There's enough waiting, walking away without raising my voice. I've seen how anger likes an audience, how it begs to be felt, but I've learned restraint carries more truth than a moment that melts. I used to think exits needed fire to justify the pain, but I found peace doesn't announce itself, it simply doesn't remain. Oh, I don't slam doors behind me, I don't leave marks on the wall. I step away with measured steps and let the echoes fall. Some endings are heavy enough without breaking the frame, without turning dignity into something to shame. I don't leave to make a point or prove what I've endured. I leave because staying too long would make my spirit blur. I don't slam doors behind me when respect starts to thin. I choose composure over reaction and quiet over din. There's strength in a clean departure and not burning the past and letting moments end naturally when they're not meant to last. I don't throw words like broken glass or turn silence into spite. I leave with clarity intact and my balance upright. Ooh. They may expect a final outburst, a sound they can replay, but I don't perform my leaving, I just take myself away. I don't slam doors behind me because I know who I am. I don't need destruction to show where I stand. I learned rage fades quickly, but consequences stay. burning. They just don't need crossing again. I don't lock them with bitterness, I simply don't return. I don't leave to punish anyone or teach a lesson loud. I leave to protect my peace when alignment isn't found. I don't slam doors behind me, I close them with respect. I carry forward only what doesn't ask me to neglect. So if you notice my absence without a scene or a sound, no, I didn't leave in chaos, I just chose higher ground. I don't slam doors, I walk away whole, leaving nothing broken behind me, including my soul. I step away before I break. I know the feeling before it speaks, the pressure building in my chest. When holding on starts costing more than simply choosing rest, I've learned to read the warning signs, the quiet strain beneath my skin, when staying turns into endurance and peace begins to thin. I don't wait for damage, I don't push until I fall. I listen to my inner balance before it cracks at all. I step away before I break, not out of fear or doubt, but out of respect for what I am and what I'm built to carry out. I used to think resilient meant staying through the pain, but strength is knowing when to pause before you rearrange. I've seen how people lose themselves trying hard to remain in spaces that demand too much and give back only strain. So I choose distance with intention, I choose calm before collapse. I don't dramatize my leaving, I quietly adjust my path. I step away before I break, before frustration finds a voice, before silence turns to bitterness. I make a conscious choice. There's wisdom in early exits and not waiting for the end, in honoring your limits before they have to bend. I don't disappear emotionally, I don't shut the world away, I simply stop overextending what I can no longer pay. I've learned that self-respect is often quiet and unseen. It shows up in the moments you protect what's in between. I step away before I break, because repair is not the goal. I'd rather stay intact and clear than rebuild a fractured soul. They might say I left too soon, that I didn't try enough, but they never felt the weight of constantly being tough. I don't need to prove endurance by surviving every test. Some victories are measured by how well you protect your rest. I'll listen when my body knows what words can't can't explain. When alignment starts to fade and effort turns to pain, I step away before I break. With dignity and care, I don't collapse into damage. I leave while I'm still there. So if you notice my distance before the moment turns loud, know I chose preservation over standing in a crowd. I step away before I break. That's how I stay alive, hold grounded and intentional. That's how I survive.
Didn't raise my voice to be heard. I didn't force the moment to bend. I stayed quiet long enough to know exactly where it would end. I try to meet things halfway. Try patience, try restraint. But there's a silence that grows heavy when effort turns into weight. I realized sound wasn't the answer, neither was staying in place. Sometimes absence speaks clearer than words you try to shape. Leaving was the loudest choice I ever learned to make. Not because I wanted distance, but because I chose not to break. I didn't explain myself again, didn't sharpen one more plea. I saw how clarity fades when it's asked to beg repeatedly. There's a moment you stop talking, not out of pride or fear, but because you finally listen to what's been clear. I watch meaning thin out slowly, watch respect lose its tone, and I understood that staying would leave me less my own. Leaving was the loudest choice, even without a sound. It echoed through my stillness and stood its ground. I didn't leave in anger, I didn't leave to win. I left because alignment could no longer live within. There's a weight that lives in stepping back, a calm that fills the space. When you stop negotiating your peace and let go with grace. I don't regret the quiet, I don't regret the pause. Some truths are only audible when you remove the noise. Leaving was the loudest choice, because it spoke for me. When explaining drained my clarity and cost my energy. They might replay conversation, searching for where I turn. But the answer lived in stillness, in the lesson I learned. I didn't need validation or agreement to go. I trusted the inner signal that told me what I already know. Some exits aren't dramatic. They don't collapse the room. They simply change the atmosphere and let you breathe again soon. Leaving was the loudest choice I could make without a fight. You said I value my wholeness more than being right. So if you never heard me shout or saw me draw a line, no. I didn't leave a trail of noise or scatter words behind. I stepped away with measured steps and cleared my state of mind. Some people leave impressions that linger in the air. I chose a quieter direction, one that doesn't ask to be there. I don't repeat my presence, I don't circle back to see if absence caused a reaction or stirred uncertainty. No echo follows me. I don't need the sound of my name in empty rooms to know I've been around. Yeah. I've learned silence travels cleaner when it's not chasing reply, when it's not weighted by intention or shape to testify. I don't leave questions hanging or echoes meant to sting. I exit with my center intact and let the stillness sing. No echo follows me because I left with care, not trying to leave a mark or prove I was there. Prove I was there. I don't rehearse old moments or replay what was said. I don't carry unfinished words that has to live instead. There's peace in clean departure, in not needing to remain, in letting time smooth over what attention would strain. I don't haunt the past with memory or linger in its halls. I let moments end naturally without unanswered calls. No echo follows me, I don't look back for sound. What's done is done completely when clarity is found. I don't need to be remembered by tension or regret. I trust that what was meaningful doesn't ask to be kept. I leave no doors half open, no sentences unfinished. I carry what belongs to me and leave the rest diminished. No echo follows me because my exit was real, not rushed, not unresolved, but something I could feel. They may search for traces, a way to hear my name, but silence settles honestly when there's nothing left to claim. I don't fade out dramatically, I don't vanish to be seen. I leave with full awareness and nothing in between. In between. No echo follows me, that's how I know I'm free. When the past doesn't call me back and silence walks with me.